You know, there's shit that fucking happens, and you just go out there and fucking do it, you know. Stone cold crazy.
I'm here on Mettalworx.com with this month's featured artist, and it is the one, the only, Skullfist.
Hey, man.
Jackie's feeding his cocaine addiction right now, but he's got it a little confused.
I thought it was a hoop. You hooped it. That's how I thought it worked. Yeah, you just shoved the drugs up your butt or whatever.
Yeah. So, how's the tour going so far?
Well, you know, I mean, every time you go on a tour, you know, you don't know what to expect. I mean, you go out there and you think that maybe it's going to be sunny, and then it rains, and then you get a lot of rain, and then you don't really know what to do because there's a lot of rain out there. And I think that.
I'm gonna fucking drink my thing.
And, you know, fucking you got Chris Steve on there, and fucking it's always a good time because Chris Steve's in there, and he's fucking doing his thing, and he's fucking putting his penis in people, and you got penises all over the place. Usually, man, he's a man guy, but, you know, you go out there and fucking that's where you end up, man. You just fucking do it, and that's where you are, you know. Tour's going great, by the way.
Right on.
It's my turn to be nose guy.
What do you think?
I think there's a microphone in my nose, and it's pretty good, and I like it.
What do you think, man? What do you think about the cattle in Canada? You think they're good?
The thing about the cattle in Canada is when you got them on your nose, in your eye, it's not too bad.
He's got nothing to say. He's ecstatic. He's so ecstatic that he has nothing to say.
So I guess he's not talking through his nose right now.
He's not talking. He has actually a nasal problem. He's been taking too much jizz up his schnoz, so he can't talk properly.
It's probably good that nothing came out onto the mic.
It's absolutely, Tour's great. Tour's great. Canada's fun to play. It's a really good time, and you just...
Now, I heard that you guys are soon going to be going into the studio for yet another album.
That's a lie.
Okay. All right.
No, we are. We are. Yeah, we are.
Now, theoretically, if you were
to go into the studio, we would record some songs and
would it sound similar to Head of the Pack, or theoretically would it be
I think it's the same thing. I think that we always use lots of different tempos, you know what I mean? So some stuff will be slow, some stuff will be fast, and like speed metal, and then like kind of like fucking Motley Crue or whatever, you know what I mean?
And in the end, everybody will be fisted.
In the end, it's gonna get sexy. Things are gonna get sexy. I think there's nothing wrong with being sexy, and I think things are gonna be sexy. So if you go out there and you get sexy, everybody's sexy too, and it's great.
So how many sexy songs do you guys have prepared for? One.
One. Yeah, we're just gonna do like
long...
Yeah, we're doing like a Dream Theater type thing. We're gonna make it all prog. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Yeah, it's gonna be like a Pink Floyd song. Right. It's gonna be really long. There's gonna be a lot of keyboards and really cool sounds with lots of reverb and delays. Delays is the big key, I think. What do you think, John? What's the album?
Did you mention the reverb?
There's gonna be reverb. What do you think, Steve? What do you think? What do you think, Casey?
What? I didn't even get to talk about anything.
It's gonna be good, yeah. I think it's gonna be really similar to what we had always done.
Okay.
I think it's not really gonna be anything. We're not gonna get weird on anybody.
Okay.
You know? I think it's just gonna be.
Soundtrack to the what?
Soundtrack to a struggle snuggle.
That's catchy title.
That's a good title. It's a good title.
Okay. So do you have any idea where you might be recording it?
Yeah, we're gonna do it at. You ever hear the band Harem Scarum?
Yes.
From the '80s. Yeah.
Yes,
that guy has a studio. That guy's a studio, so we're gonna do it at his studio.
Yeah. Does he still have the hair?
I don't know. I've never actually seen him in face. I don't think he shows his face in public.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like that thing where he just wears a mask or whatever, I think.
Mask with hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Boobs.
All right, so where did the idea, when you did do Head of the Pack, to put it out on cassette? Because I know that's kind of becoming a little bit of making a comeback.
To be honest, if you've seen a cassette, then it wasn't pressed by us, and it's a bootleg.
Okay, bootleg. Okay.
No, it's totally possible because I had seen. I don't know where the fuck it was, but I had heard, not seen, but I had heard about it actually being on cassette. So I think that maybe whoever did that, damn you, man, you owe us royalties, bud.
Yeah. All right.
I guess it's essential anyway because like lots of people listen to cassettes.
But wouldn't that be kind of a cool idea though?
Cassettes is fun. I think cassettes suck because they're fucking tapes, but they're a lot better CDs because CDs they get all scratchy and shit. And I think records, it's funny because we're like an old school heavy metal band, and I personally I hate records because
really?
because it sounds fine. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome, but you have to switch the sides, and that fucking sucks, dude. You know, you got to stop after 4 songs and
Yeah,
switch
but
it over.
the same thing with the tape. Oh, I suppose auto reverse.
No, yeah, well, unless you got auto reverse, yeah. It depends on what
But just think,
new technology you got.
just
you know?
think, your face is bigger, so it's sexier.
It's bigger. It is bigger, yeah, and it
On
would
the
make our
jacket.
penises look better too.
Or you could just give out a poster with a CD. So whatever. There's ways around this.
Hey man, what do you think,
John?
Yup. I think it's really good.
It's getting weird, boys.
I have a feeling this entire thing is going to make it to my blooper reel. This will be the blooper reel.
Yeah,
What was it like touring in Japan?
fucking Japanese, bud. Fucking full on Jap, man. It was crazy. Little people and
Not an Englishman in sight other than
they're
yourselves.
all small and shit. And what's awesome too is that your penis is always going to be bigger.
We did see this one black man on the
It was
subway.
weird.
It was like the only black man we saw, but he was wearing this T-shirt.
That said, I'm a black man.
It's
What
like,
is
suck it, you crippled bitch.
Oh yeah, it did.
In a
Yeah.
wheelchair.
Swallow
Fucking,
you, crippled
yeah, it was like the
Swallow,
WC.
you crippled bitch.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. And he was like, yeah.
Japan is in the future though, which is awesome. Japan,
on.
yeah, no, they tell you they're like 50 years in the future, and they're all like super
Yeah, there's
polite.
a lot of lights there.
No, they're kick-ass. They're all really nice, and when you have sex with them, what they do is they take the condom off, and then they suck the jizz out of the condom. True story. True story. True story. Happened to a friend of mine.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen a little bit of Japanese
gotta
porn, so I
get
believe
this
that. All right,
out of my
onward
eye.
to better things. When you guys, okay, this is probably a loaded question. When you guys are on tour
6
and you're
inches.
not playing,
12. Holy shit.
combined.
if you're on tour and you're not playing, what do you guys do to pass the time?
Fucking masturbate.
Jerk off, man. Yeah.
Yeah, masturbate profusely.
You just fucking get in there and you just fucking go. You see how many times you can do it in a day.
And on this
Yeah.
tour, we've been procrastinating.
That's when you're gonna do it later. You know, you're like, I want to masturbate, but I don't want to do it right now, so I'm gonna
Or
procrastinate.
master debating. It's when you debate.
With your dicks. You sword fight in a sense, you know.
That's called Star Wars.
Yeah.
For real.
As most fans of you guys know, a little while ago, you had a little minor accident.
It was a minor accident. It was
Minor
really not
accident.
nothing.
You were skateboarding,
And I broke my dick.
and I think you broke a whole lot more than your dick.
It would have been nice to actually break my dick. It would have been great because then I wouldn't have spent like fucking 2 months all fucking retarded and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's pretty hardcore because, I mean, like James Hetfield, he breaks his arm and just gets another thing. I mean, you had to go full on and break your neck.
Yeah, I had to suck it up. It was,
Yeah.
you give 110%, and sometimes 110% gives it back to you.
Now, one thing, our buds and Vicious, who are friends of all of ours,
Yeah,
wanted me to ask you specific.
they're gay. That's the question.
That wasn't the question, but if you wanted to add that, you know.
Okay.
You were
Gaily
wearing their
cool.
shirt at the time.
Yeah.
Did that shirt give you superpowers? Like would you have died?
Superpowers? What do you mean? Those not superpowers. I almost fucking died.
Yeah, I suppose you
no,
wiped
I
right
mean,
out.
like, to what extent are these superpowers? They're gonna be really bad superpowers if the fact that I,
Neck in a single bound.
yeah,
I mean, you did fly for a split second, I suppose.
yeah, I guess so. I think I more like just, yeah. I won't. I'm not wearing their shirts anymore. They can fuck off.
I haven't
I
bought
like them.
one of
They're
their
really-
shirts
they are-
because I heard about that and I'm like, no.
They're a really good. They're a really good band. We played with them
yeah.
last night, and they're a really, really good
Yes,
band.
yes, we've
and I
had
like
them a
them. And
few
if you
times.
check out vicioustheband.com,
Vicious
you
is a
too,
band.
you too can find their songs on the internet. And if you check out, their website, you'll find all their songs, and it's really good, and
And
you'll
then
like
you
it.
can engage the blade,
Yeah,
but that's a totally different thing.
vicioustheband.com. If you get in there, you're gonna find it.
Right on.
What do you think about Vicious?
I don't know. I'm just trying to take a piss right now.
What do you think about Vicious, Johnny?
Oh!
Oh, you're gonna clean on the floor, you.
Why were you putting it there?
Yeah, what do you have to say, cock? Oh, dude, it's spraying on me. I really want to kick you in the cock right now.
You got my piss everywhere, bud.
Dude, I will piss on you from afar.
Piss like the wind.
Anyways, this is almost like a porno in a way, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to learn some good editing and some blocking
Out
out.
of my hand.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Oh well. Yeah, yeah. This will be the one interview that I do not shake everybody's hand immediately afterwards.
Oh, man, why not, man?
Casey, I dare you to piss your pants. That's what you should do. You should pee your pants.
How
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the way it goes.
Okay. Now, I got a few kind of quirky questions here,
Okay.
and a few are actually fan questions that I put out on Facebook and said, "What do you want me to ask you about?" That'll come in a second. If you could go back in time, no, this actually is a serious one. If you could go back in time and play any event,
Paganini. That's what I play with. I play with Paganini because he's awesome, and I mean it. It's awesome.
but that's not an event.
I would play the. I would play one of. I would play one of the Magic Flute concerts. That's what I'd play. Die Zuberfleuten. That's what I would do.
Right on.
What do you think?
I'd play the time Casey peed.
I play the Coliseum
Hey, that was on my dick.
with Triumph. They're fucking Canadian as fuck.
Yeah, they're awesome, man. All right. Okay, so now for the fan questions. And this is actually a serious one, but I'm not expecting a serious answer. Okay, so Lee Davidson asks, what does it take for a band just to keep going tour after tour, even though you're probably just barely making enough money to keep going?
Well, Lee, what it takes is that Lee Davidson64 at hotmail.com. What it takes is it takes a whole lot of sexual dedication. It's crazy on you got to make sure you have to get drunk and maintain the drunkenness as well as still keeping a boner.
Drunkenness gives you sexual
And that's the
powers.
hardest. The hardest part is getting drunk enough but still maintaining a chubby. And I tell you, it's tough. You have to.
And the hardest part is procrastinating.
You just have to suck it up and stop being a pussy, and I mean that in a nice way.
Okay.
As that lots of bands are, act like pussies and whine about things, and of course you don't make money. It's like the lottery. It is like the lottery. It's like the heavy metal.
Crapshoot. It could be
no,
anything.
but it's like the heavy metal lottery in a
Yeah.
sense. Is that you invest and you don't make fuck all for a long time.
Yeah.
And you just hope that you're gonna make something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that
That
you're
it
gonna make
eventually
money or
builds
whatever.
into something.
But in a sense, it's all about just paying rent. That's really
Yeah.
it, and I got a lot of really bad songs I want to release in order to pay that rent.
All right. Now, Bob Mercer from Newfoundland has a couple. One is, when are you guys coming to Newfoundland?
Bob, well, you could just fuck off. We're not coming to Newfoundland, so stop asking stupid questions like that.
Okay, Bob, it's too far away. All right.
Bob, you guys are in a stupid location, and it's impossible to go there. It's going to take us like 14 hours to get to Newfoundland. And why don't you just come here, Bob? I think
I've been
Bob,
actually
you should
trying
come.
to convince him that.
Bob, you should just come here. I mean, we talked about this online, Bob. We had our email conversations in which I told you to shut up, Bob. I said, listen, Bob,
Shut up.
that's it. You stop asking me to come to your damn weird province. It's weird.
He just wants to
It's
start
totally backwards. I'm not going there. You guys scare me.
What he
We would
really
go- we
means is
would-
that he loves
What
Newfoundland.
I mean is
They're
we
just
would
not
go,
going
no,
there.
well, we would go to Newfoundland, but it's really hard to get there. Like, you have to take a ferry and shit,
Yeah.
and then you got to drive really far to get to St. John and stuff. And we had talked about doing it on this tour.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it. If you haven't
Evan
noticed,
Frizzle just wiped out
Evan
on
just
the stairs.
bailed. He's an asshole, and he's trying to fuck with us. I think, like I said, we talked about it. We
Yeah.
talked about going there, but it's just so fucking hard to get over
Yeah.
there. And if things get better and we get fucking bigger and we can afford to go over there, great. But
Yeah.
at the time being, Bob,
It's not happening soon.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mercer. You're just gonna have to watch the Mercer Report.
All right, the
What do
second
you
part
think,
of his
Casey?
question.
What do you think about going to New?
I like turtles.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna ask him anymore.
Oh, smells like beer.
What do you think about going to Newfoundland?
Newfoundland makes me feel like a piece of shit.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay, there you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
it. All right.
I'm not the stupidest one. I'm not the stupidest one. Yeah.
Second part of his question were, what are some of your favorite new wave of British heavy metal bands, and do you plan on doing any covers of any of their songs?
All the bad ones. I really like the ones that suck. The ones that did like one demo with 2 songs. You know,
Okay.
you get all that weird obscure shit.
And then you guys will make them famous?
I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe. I think there's so many new wave British heavy metal bands. You know, I think there's this band called Sapphire.
Yeah.
Sapphire. The song is called Jealousy, and if you check it out, it's really good. And I don't know. I mean, it's we one day it would be awesome. We always said it'd be cool to do a cover album.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all cool covers and shit. And in the sense of what's your favorite new British heavy metal band, I mean, there's like fucking trillions of them, you know? So I could say, well, Split Beavers, or, you know, it's just so obscure.
Yeah.
So it's like if I say a band and, you know, maybe 5 people will say, okay, yeah, I know that band, you know, oh, cool. But there's just so much shit out of new wave, blah, 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 blah. There's so much of that stuff. And there's what's really cool is that, like, there's, you know, there's, like, say, Alien. Okay, Alien is a really good band, which is a band that did, like, 4-song demo, and that's it. You know, that's cool and shit. But in the sense is that there's so many fucking new wave bands that it's impossible to know.
We need to have like multi-camera angle footage going here. There's too much going on.
What do you think, John?
Oh, my face. It's got shit on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Think?
This is what I think currently.
British heavy metal bands, and do you want to do any covers of new wave British heavy metal?
No. I want to cover current stuff.
Yeah. We're gonna do Nickelback covers. Yeah. That's what he thinks.
Okay, cool. All right, now somebody that we actually know, Simon Fraser from Spew, wants to know, how long does it take you to do your hair?
Which, me in general, or all of us?
I guess any of you.
I shower in the morning, I lather, rinse, repeat, always repeat. You have to repeat.
Okay.
I think that if you don't repeat, you know, you gotta really take care of it and soothe it, you know what I mean? I actually, on our rider, I have Pert Plus for kids on there. And if I don't get it, I'm not playing. You know, sorry, I'm not doing it. And
so obviously they looked after your hair.
I mean, you got to crimp it. You got to, you know, sometimes perm it if you're into that at the moment. There's just so many different steps. I think it's most of the money we spend is usually on hair care products.
Okay.
Casey, how long does it take to make your hair look like your hair?
2. 7 days of grease for Casey.
Chris, how long does it take you to make your hair look cool?
Fucking. It takes me after 3 beers.
It just naturally happens.
Fuck! I love fucking speaking in this goddamn fucking microphone, alright?
Very well. Okay. Now another guy that you played with last night, Walker McDonald from Vanquisher, says, how do you feel about Daniel Johnson's classic cassette, Hi, How Are You?
I'm great. Thanks. I appreciate you asking how I am, because nobody ever asks how we are. You know, they just demand things from you.
Hey! Hey, man! Hey! Hey, you guys! Hey, guys!
Hey, you guys, you better just start stopping it, because, you know, you got to go out there. And thanks for saying hi, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Look good.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
Hey, how are you?
It's excellent.
And finally, the very last question.
Boobs.
How did you know? How did you know?
I don't know. Everybody enjoys them, and I'm just gonna stop talking.
Okay.
Smart boy.
What was the last question?
Billy Brown wants to know, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? And obviously you do.
You fucking pissed in my boot, bud. Holy shit! Let's get a good angle on this.
Hold on, let me start peeing again.
Do not get that on my microphone, please.
Where's Skullfist? From that way.
Right on.
Oh, get out of here, you fucker.